What's up, guys? So, welcome back to another episode of the Krayonn Rocket Podcast. So, we're just going to kind of find some videos. We're going to kind of react to them. We're just going to give our opinion, just like we did on the other one. But visually, it's a lot better. Lighting is way better. I look way better on this. It is not so choppy and ugly, I promise you. So, first video that we're getting into, right, is going to be local artists. I guess she got famous, or at least went viral on TikTok for her makeup looks. So we're just going to kind of go into it. It looked like it was some Halloween stuff, right? So we're really just going to check it out, see why she went viral, right? Why she went viral. And let's see how good those makeup looks actually are.
Well, if you're looking for a last-minute Halloween outfit, an Albuquerque artist has some inspiring looks. TikTok star and makeup artist known as Nia Jean Artworks is known for her creative and out-of-the-ordinary looks. It's been a big year for the Albuquerque artist, who has racked up thousands of views across her pages. Her work is proving that the possibilities are endless, with a brush and some color. Very, very intricate right there.
Wow, that is amazing.
So, just seeing a little bit of the makeup, right? I really like the transitions is kind of TikTok-ish. Like, that's the style that you got to do with the transitions just to keep people interested and really locked on what you're doing, right? So just seeing that is really cool, and seeing that someone from like New Mexico is actually went viral on there, that's pretty cool. I mean, TikTok, anybody could go viral. You just kind of got to get lucky and put in the work. But it's just a really cool not idea, but it's just something neat just to see that actually happen, and you're just like, man, that's really cool. I really dig it, right? So that's something I'm just like, whew, that's really cool. And dig the makeup look, right? I dig the Halloween style and just like it going viral. Of course it's going to go viral, right? It's skill. It's appealing. It's Halloween. You got to go all out on it, right? So that's the thing. And I just think it's like really cool that someone from New Mexico actually went and got viral off of that, right? It's just really, really cool, and I really like appreciate something like that, you know, just for what it is and what it's doing, right? It's really cool. So I give my props, and to that person, I will definitely make sure that people know your page so they could go and follow you on TikTok. Don't worry. So I found another video, right? I found another one. So this one is, despite pandemic, esports students are thriving. Interesting. Let's go ahead and see.
Public health order has been tough on New Mexico student athletes who've been waiting to play and compete once again. But there's one sport where kids are thriving. News 13's Rachel Knapp shows you.
Well, makes sense, right? Physical sports ain't going to be thriving right now with the whole craziness of the pandemic. But esports, though, is perfect for this. Chilling in your room, just getting your skill up on Call of Duty, Fortnite, whatever it is. You know you're gonna be popping. You know you could thrive in this sport. It's capable. It's like in our hands now.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. They're both double committing right now.
These Del Norte high school students are practicing for their next match.
Beautiful shot. Oh, recovered. Nice.
But their sport doesn't involve a court, a field, or a net. Their playing field is the computer screen. They're part of the Esports program, which is competitive video gaming. Since APS started the program in 2019, it's taken off.
I'm really happy and proud to announce that esports is going to be in all of our traditional high schools, as well as some of our charter schools and some of our magnet schools as well.
The coronavirus stopped a lot of kids from playing in their sports, but with esports, they're still able to practice and compete, even with restrictions.
Because it synergizes well with the pandemic, because they can practice either at home, or now with our safe policies, we can practice at school twice a week, but you know, these guys play every day and they're on playing with that community they've made at school.
Pandemic times, it's been hard, but now that we have esports, we get to come in maybe once or twice a week, and I get to see my teammates and friends. So the social aspect is very nice. I get to interact with people without actually interacting with them.
Although they still can't have all of their teammates in one room, they're able to practice, even from a distance.
Esports is one of those all-encompassing. It doesn't matter if you're a boy or girl, your experience level. Everyone has some kind of game that they like to play.
I think it's a really good idea that people are starting to learn that esports is getting to a real thing, like a real sport, kind of like football.
Rachel Knapp, KRQE.
Oh yeah,
Team.
bro. Of course,
Yes,
dude. Of course. Got to, bro. Got to. But yeah, no, that's really cool. I mean, like, I'm not like that great at video games, but I mean, I wish I was, right? I really do. But I mean, it's still cool that we are seeing that, and that it's actually gonna be in all the APS schools, bro. Charter and magnet schools on some of them. But to me, that's really, really cool. I'm just like, I wish that would have been there, like, when I was, like, in school, to be honest. Because, like, that would have been, like, really dope to even, like, just be part. I mean, I'd probably be the worst one on the team, nonetheless, right? But it would be really interesting and really fun to do. Man, like, I think that's, like, really, really cool just for what they're doing. Man, bro, I wish I was back in high school so I could at least attempt to try to join the team. Maybe I would get lucky and make the team. I don't know. Or maybe they'd just be desperate and they just let me on the team. I don't know, honestly, how that works. But it's just a really cool concept of what it is, and just kind of just with that whole ordeal, right? I'm just like, man, that's really cool. I really wish I could be in it. To be honest, I really wish I could be in it. But esports, though, it's a real thing, y'all. It's a real thing. And I ain't complaining. I'm actually giving them a round of applause for that one. Right? Round of applause for that one. Round of applause. Right? So the next one that we're going to be talking about, APD Academy Commander fired following allegations of threatening cadets. I have not seen the video. I just kind of found it right now as I was just kind of murmuring a lot. But let's go ahead and jump into it.
Turkey Police Department has fired the commander in charge of training cadets. APD says she explicitly threatened cadets who tried to come forward about her misconduct. News 13's Brittany Bade has that story.
Dean, the now former Academy commander Angela Bird was secretly recorded threatening cadets and calling them liars after someone sent a letter to HR reporting harassment and discrimination.
Steve, I need to know who it is. Because somebody said it on behalf of the class. Did everybody know about this? Raise your hand if you did not know about this. Well, it had to come from somebody. It says it's from APD Class 122.
APD says it first learned of the allegations at the Academy in April. Soon after, someone sent that anonymous email Bird was enraged about. The email spurred an outside investigation which found Bird did retaliate against staff as well as threatened to keep cadets from graduating if the person who sent that email did not come forward. Now, throughout the recording, Bird repeatedly denies that she condones harassment or retaliation. However, she does tell cadets they basically need to toughen up before they can patrol what she calls some of the, quote, most violent streets in America.
If you can't deal with some of this stuff, how are you going to deal with people calling you every name in the book? Every single day, you're out there. They don't like you. Better get used to it, because it's going to happen.
Interim Police Chief Harold Medina fired Bird today for reasons that also include retaliating against an officer whose girlfriend sent an email to the governor reporting a PPE violation and for making inappropriate gestures at work. The investigation also found that former Chief Mike Geyer oversaw Bird directly and helped cover up the allegations against her. Back to you, Dean.
All right, Brittany, thank you. Before Bird took over as APD's Academy Commander under Chief Geyer back in 2018, she was the police chief in Bosque Farms.
Okay. So, this is a little crazy. Okay, I understand, like, trying to toughen up the class, get them used to what they're going to feel on the field, right, when they're actually out and about patrolling and everything. I understand that, but there has to be a line of when you're calling them things to what they're going to hear, right? It just, like, there has to be a fine line that shouldn't be crossed, and I think she crossed that line. If they felt like they were being discriminated or threatened or things like that, it goes beyond, like, trying to be like, this is how they're gonna treat you, to this is how I'm treating you. Like, I understand what she was trying to do, but with all the other allegations and stuff too, it seems like she wasn't really right there. It wasn't feeling like she was really fit for that position, and I think they made the best choice by getting rid of her. I mean, like, it sucks for her, but like, when you threaten the class like that and be like, nobody graduating until somebody comes clean, it's like, really? Like, you really gonna threaten everybody because someone reported you, and then you find out it's in that class. Okay, I understand, but I don't think that's right. I don't think that's fair, and, like, at all. Like, not fair at all. So, I think she deserved to be fired. I think she could have handled everything better. I think she could have taught a lot better. But you cannot go and threaten them and, like, prevent them from, like, being able to, like, really do that. Or at least, I mean, graduate. Because that sucks. Like, who wants to be, like, that person that, like, you just can't graduate because they did that, right? That's so stupid. You don't want that. Like, it's just like, But I think she deserved to get fired. It's not fit for the position at all, right? Not fit for the position at all. They did the right thing. She should have handled it a lot better. She should not have tried to, like, she shouldn't have tried to do that. She shouldn't have tried to, like, come at them like that and threaten them. Like, no. Like, no, that's, like, you don't do that. You ain't gonna put my career on the line that I'm working for, and you gonna take it away because you mad. Like, I ain't rock with that. That don't sit right with me. Like, that's really stupid. Like, how you gonna do that, right? It just don't make any sense. It's like I understand if you're angry, but, like, don't take it out on us, right? Don't take it out on me. Don't take it out on them. Don't take it out on anyone and prevent them from getting into the career that they want to be in over something so petty, right? And that's the one thing I've been seeing a lot, is, like, a lot of pettiness. People being so petty. It's stupid. Like, stupid on a whole other level, right? I'm just like, I ain't about it. But at least now they could graduate if they are passing, if they're doing good, right? No matter where you stand on the whole police thing, the thing is, it's still a tough job to go into, scary job to go into. So I applaud them for wanting to get into that, right? To really get into that career and do what they need to do and everything. So I give them props and everything, because I'm just like, know what? You are awesome. You guys keep doing what you need to do. Be an example. Show everyone else how police should be reacting and being in the streets like that, right? That should be, the big thing on that. So I do give them props. I'm definitely proud of them for sure. Yeah, just super crazy, super crazy. Let's see, let's get into the next one. So this one actually happened a couple weeks ago, but the reason I want to cover this one is just because I work with the community centers and stuff like this, and this was brought to my attention while I was at work before I even saw it on the news, right? Westside Homeless Shelter reports 72 new cases of COVID-19. Let's check it out.
The city of Albuquerque says 72 of those new cases in Bernalillo County come from the Westside Emergency Homeless Shelter. The shelter now has a total of 93 confirmed cases, up from the 17 initially reported on Thursday. The city says the shelter has performed 231 COVID tests since pinpointing the first case there through entry screening, then tracking others through contact tracing.
This is definitely a huge concern. We've known since the very beginning that folks living in this kind of close quarters, congregate settings, whether it's the prison system or the shelter or nursing homes, these are the people that are the most at risk.
11 of the positive cases are shelter employees. The shelter is currently not taking in any new people as crews deep clean the building and shuttles, and while everyone who tested positive is in isolation.
So, reason I want to talk about that, yeah, that's crazy. That many numbers of COVID cases tested positive at the homeless shelter. But then if you think about it, it's like it is the homeless shelter. Like you bring in people that ain't got no good hygiene because of their living conditions as it is. So of course this is bound to happen, right? So one of my coworkers, he said that he actually went. I wasn't able to go. I'm kind of glad I didn't because I wouldn't want to actually contract COVID and then bring it to my family and everything like that. So I am blessed I didn't have to. Well, that I wasn't able to make it, right? But he was telling me like, even from a distance, you could just smell like it was really bad, he said. And he said even in there, nobody was wearing masks and stuff like that. It's like, okay, so you're going to be at this place. You are working with homeless people. You're bringing them in, new ones in every day, all these different things, right? And then you're surprised when there's an outbreak. You're surprised when there is an outbreak. I'm just like, why are you surprised? Like, you shouldn't really be surprised. Like, this is typical. It's going to happen. It's like, look at where you're at. Look at what's happening. You are at a homeless shelter. No one's wearing masks. Hygiene ain't good. Probably ain't even, like caring about any of that. It's like, bro, it's like, this is like y'all fault. Like, y'all should be taking this way more seriously. Way more seriously than it already is. But you ain't. Y'all just taking it lightly. You're just like, it's whatever. It ain't that important. It's like, it kind of is important. Like, why aren't y'all doing something way better, right? So, like, it's just crazy, to be honest. And, like, I wouldn't want to be there just because of it being so high of you contracting it for sure. Like, I'd be like, y'all better be paying me really good if y'all want me to go there, because I am not going to be going there with the conditions that everything is like that. Nuh-uh. I ain't doing it. You can't pay me enough to do that. Nope. Ain't about it. Ain't about it. But let's go ahead and get into the final story that I just found right now. City says Westside Shelter. We were just talking about that. And 2 hotels open for homeless during storm. You know what? We did have a crazy storm. It only lasted 1 day. That's in Albuquerque for you. It never gonna last more than 1 day. might even be lucky if it lasts one day. But it was a pretty crazy storm for Albuquerque standards, for sure. But let's go and jump into this video.
The city is making sure the homeless have a safe place to go during this winter storm. The mayor announced today that the West Side Shelter, as well as all the transit routes to it, are fully operational. The city opened the West Side Homeless Shelter just before the storm hit after it was forced to close due to a COVID outbreak. The mayor also announced that 2 city hotels will be available for homeless looking to escape the cold.
And we have one hotel that's being used for overflow and certain medical needs, and now we have a second one. So literally a day before the storm hit, we were able to accept anyone who needed a place to be warm and safe and sleep for the night.
City is encouraging anyone experiencing homelessness to go to the West Side Shelter. City is making
So I will say that is good. I am so happy that they are allowing the homeless to go to this homeless shelter and a couple hotels, so they were able to get out of the storm. It was pretty cold and it was just snowing the whole time, right? But I am happy that they did that for them. But the thing is like, are you guys finally taking the precautions and doing what you need to do to prevent another outbreak? Because if you're not, then what's the point? Because all of this is going to be pointless. Yes, I understand you're getting them out of the cold, but you are also going to be putting the workers at risk, and then you're going to put these other homeless people at risk. And if anyone's staying at the hotel, you're putting them at risk. There's just a lot of factors, and then you wonder why the numbers are rising when it's a lot of carelessness. And I ain't even going to say it's on like the hotels or like just the staff or even just like businesses and stuff like that, right? It's a lot of like carelessness on the actual government part of it, like of the city, and just how they're doing things. I ain't trying to get onto a big old rant of like, oh, it's all their fault, blah 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 blah. But the thing is, what I've noticed is like there's a lot of out of state people that I be see driving all around Albuquerque, right? And like you're trying to say it's all on us, but y'all ain't doing your job to stop these people from coming in, and they probably have the virus, is spreading, all that. I take my precautions every time I go out, every time I'm working at these places around kids and different things like that. So of course I'm taking my precautions, right? But are they taking their precaution? Are they doing what they need to do? I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see it, and it baffles me. It just leaves me speechless because I'm just like, why aren't y'all doing anything good? Why aren't y'all doing what needs to be done? And then you're just putting the blame on everybody else and you shut everything down. I ain't gonna get into the conspiracy stuff that I believe in, all that craziness, but I'm just saying, like, I hope that y'all are taking the precautions this time. I hope that y'all taking it seriously and doing everything that you can to prevent it from spreading more, or shutting down these hotels, or shutting down the shelter again, or any of these things, because like, sorry, but yeah, I hope that y'all enjoyed this episode. Hopefully you enjoyed these clips, and until next time, salute.